What is the craziest encounter of rich kid syndrome that you've experienced? Ex-girlfriend's friend said to me, "Can you believe there are people who have never been on a private jet?" Yeah, I'm one of them. Twins in high school. Birthday. I think he was 17. They get matching pickup trucks. Like souped up, larger than life, cool as looking black ones. Twin A is the brat and smashes his in some remarkable time frame. I want to say the same day. It was crazy though. Parents decided not to get him another one, though I'm sure insurance probably covered it, even if it was his fault. But regardless, he's going to learn a lesson. The lesson? Take Twin B's truck. He's the responsible one and crashed it on purpose. If he can't have one, neither can his brother. So much recklessness, spite, and downright illegal in what he did. One time a college dorm mate next door was stressing his dad hadn't given him money for the month, and $1,000 wasn't going to last him for the week. Meanwhile, I'm having to donate plasma to afford my next meal. Life just be like that. I'm going to copy my post from a helicopter parent thread from a few months ago. I played football in the local kids league. One kid from another team was basically untouchable as his dad was a major sponsor of the league and would donate money for uniforms, drinks, and etc. His son was a pretty good receiver, but didn't like getting hit, and his parents made a big deal of leaving their son alone so he can develop his skills. He was insufferable. Anytime he scored a touchdown, he would do the over-the-top celebrations and mock all the other players, his teammates included. Then came high school. Most kids from the league ended up in one of the two schools. He went to mine and some other players. During tryouts, he did well. The coaches were mostly focused on skills and minimal contact during the first few rounds of cuts. The final round was when things got interesting. Full contact was permitted and he got rocked over and over again. No one was actually trying to tackle any harder than normal. It's just this dude didn't know what to do when he got tackled. So he screamed and cried a lot. He didn't make the team. Until his dad came down to the school and offered to donate money for uniforms and some other goodies for our sports teams. So he made the team, and again, we were told to take it easy on him a bit. So he did, but the other teams didn't. And he went up against some players he mocked previously, and they remembered. Our quarterback kept passing to him, and he was getting repeatedly smashed over and over again. It was the only time our team cheered for the other team. He quit playing football after that. There was this rich kid in our class who was literally disgusted by us buying used stuff like computer parts on eBay. Once during conversation, I said I bought on eBay memory module for my PC and said to me that I should have a little dignity, and if I buy used stuff, I should keep it to myself. I deliver pizza in a very rich area. I'm talking seeing Rolls Royces and supercars on a daily basis kind of rich. My manager told me a story of someone that used to work there. This guy would deliver pizzas in a brand new BMW M3 and just put absolutely no effort into his job. Delivering pizza isn't hard. Apparently this guy only had a job because his parents wouldn't pay his allowance if he didn't work. How much was his allowance? $5,000 a month. This guy was making $60K a year to deliver pizza part-time. A 14-year-old in a full volume cursing meltdown. What the f is he? Because the pilot of the private helicopter that had brought him there had gone off to get a cup of coffee. The kid was done skiing for the day and found it totally unacceptable that he had to wait 10 minutes before he got flown home. There's a lot of rich kids in my particular business program in university. I met this one girl a few months ago at a social. We're chatting a bit about our program, and she proudly told me about how she threatens to sue the school whenever things don't go her way. She also said something to the effect of that they have to take the threat seriously because they know I actually have the means to follow through. Haha! A girl in my school was surprised by her parents in the school's parking lot with a brand new BMW. A freaking BMW! Everyone who was out is basically watching this go down, and she starts crying. At first, we were all thinking it's because she's so happy, but then she runs back into the school. Apparently, they were supposed to show up earlier. I'm assuming when there would be more students to witness the surprise. I felt bad for the dad because he totally looked embarrassed and sad about it. You know, in his head, he's like, I created this monster. I need someone who goes out of the country just to have a haircut. My friend is a commercial pilot and works for a large company that has a flight department consisting of several jets and turboprop airplanes. The owner's kid and a group of their friends were granted permission to take one of the jets from the central part of the US to the Bahamas. Upon arriving in the Bahamas, they were meeting other friends and getting on a very, very large yacht for a week. They realized the yacht was equipped with fine dining food, not the type of food they liked, junk food. They ordered the pilots to fly back through US Customs and to their hometown in the Midwest. Once there, they had to pick up multiple sides of barbecue ribs, burgers, hot dogs, soda, beer, and piles of other junk food and fly back to the Bahamas. And to do so within a time frame that still allowed them to leave with the yacht on time. It cost roughly $5,000 an hour to operate the jet they were using, and it never even struck the owners as something extreme. When I was in college, a friend that was heavy into the frat life told me about a freshman that got kicked out for having a servant flown to town to do the hazing chores he was supposed to do. A Saudi guy in the UK got in a crash. Flight damage to one side of the brand new Mercedes. He called for one of his assistants to come and get him, even though his car was fully drivable. My friend rolled up on the call with his tow truck and asked the guy where he wanted the Merc towed. The guy gave him the keys and said, "Keep it, I don't want it." Girl at work told me she hated her dad. I asked why. She said he keeps on asking for money since she used his credit card for a Euro trip and left him an 80 grand bill from last year. Group of rich high school kids in Montana out driving and drinking. Found two combines, large farm tractor thingies worth about 250K each, out in a wheat field. Decided to have a demolition derby, got caught. In the judge's chamber with the farmer who just wanted the damages reimbursed, the high-end family lawyers asked what the hell they were thinking when they did it. The response? Well, you can't put a price on a good time. Turns out that was the wrong answer. My personal favorite was in college. Kid down the hall from me bought a brand new Fender Stratocaster and played with it for a day and got bored and sold it to me case and all for $20. I still have it and play it 15 years later. It's a great guitar. 15-year-old girl insisted that the family's flights to a Pacific island get pushed back a day so she wouldn't miss an episode of her favorite TV program. They went a day late on vacation. First day as a librarian in a private school, helping a 7-year-old with the printer. He offers to tip me. Humble rich kid. I was at a club at my college town and my roommate's new friend who drove a Raptor was at the bar. I started shooting shit and we were getting along, so I offered to buy a Y-bomb, vodka Red Bull shot. Being as wealthy as he is, he said, "You don't have to do that, man. Save your money. Round will be on me." I explained to him it didn't bother me. I was having a good time and insisted I buy the shot. Immediately after that, he pulls out a black Amex and purchases the nicest VIP booth in the club around 3K. Then asked what drink packages they have and asked if he could buy 2 bottles of the top Max Passage, looks at me and goes, "Tit for tat." Safe to say, I don't recall much after that. Anyways, that was it for today's video. If you enjoyed these stories, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to never miss out on future videos. Also, if you have any suggestions for our next video, be sure to let us know in the comments down below. Anyways, until then, I'll see you next time.